Republicans, the GOP, they want to create a dress code just for women because women showing their arms, well, that's a no-no. Let's put the picture up full mass here, really interesting. So members of the Missouri House of Representatives say the oath of office during the opening day of Missouri, they are now saying, hey, women need to wear different attire. It started 2023, started off receiving scrutiny nationwide as they have debated the proper attire that women should wear, women lawmakers. What they should wear while on the floor of the Capitol in Jefferson City. So let me just stop there. They're debating on what clothes a woman should wear on the floor of the Capitol. That's what they're debating, right? Now remember, the same Republicans who are saying things like, well, we want to enforce a decent dress code on women and tell them what to wear. These are the same Republicans who said, if you mandate I wear a mask, that is a violation of my constitutional rights. So wait a minute. You can literally tell a woman what layers and garments of clothing to wear inside of a government building at her job, elected by the people. You can tell her what to wear, but no one can tell you to wear a mask for the sake of public safety. One you see as a violation of your rights, the other you see as an expression of your privilege. There's more. The state of Missouri, which was under the nation's critical eye during the racial discrimination protest at the University of Missouri, Columbia in 2015 and 2016, in the immediate aftermath of the Michael Brown killing in St. Louis, has now garnered attention for their House of Representatives, opening a debate that many female lawmakers have said is sexist, and I agree with them. In this particular case, the Missouri State Legislature is considering a ban on women's apparel that exposes bare arms. Wait a minute, I thought they liked to bear arms. Anyway, St. Louis Democrat Pete Meredith roasted his Republican colleagues for even making this a topic of discussion. The caucus that done lost their damn minds, I put damn in myself, over the suggestion that they should wear masks during a pandemic to respect the safety of others, is now spending its time focusing on the fine details of what women have to wear, and specifically how many layers must cover their arms to show respect in this chamber. You see, look at the hypocrisy. I mean, if it was any closer, it'll knock you out. So they have the right through legislation to regulate what a woman can wear. But there is no right of the government to regulate how people are protected in a health crisis. If you tell them they must wear a mask to go into a private building, that's a no-no. If you tell them they must wear a mask to go into a government building, oh, that's a no-no. But for them to say, well, but all the women who work here, they have to wear a certain attire, that's perfectly acceptable to them. You see, this was never about rule or law or constitution. This was always about control. So let's count the ways. Women, they cannot control what they wear. They cannot control their own medical functions or their medical issues. They don't have control over that. They do. Old ass white men do. Okay, but they can control. They cannot get a mask or cannot have a mask mandate because obviously that's a constitutional violation. So try to help me understand this at all if there's understanding to be had.
You know, in a vacuum, Dr. Richey, outside of, let's forget that Missouri has completely banned abortions. So you're absolutely right, it's about control. In a vacuum, if we're like, maybe we should all wear a certain thing in the legislative chambers, I could buy that. right? I could understand, okay, you want everyone to wear long sleeves, but does that apply to men as well? Is this like a fancy restaurant where you must wear a jacket? Or is that just sort of assumed? But are there women legislators, female legislators writing laws that you must wear a suit? No. So like, I'm like, I guess I understand, like you wear a long sleeve shirt when you go into a church, to kind of like not disrespect it, or whatever. But again, it is all kind of part and parcel of an orthodox thinking, of a Christian nationalist thinking, and these are the same people who accuse the Muslim community because people wear hijab of being like retrograde. Meanwhile, they're like, we can't do the bare arms. Why? Right? So again, what I'm saying is we're not in a vacuum. This is not, this really is part of an effort to control women's bodies once again. And it just shows their own weakness of like, what does this mean to you? Are you attracted to the arms? Is it going to distract you? Because again, that is the same kind of orthodoxy we see, whether it's religion or whether it's functions of government. But now as they become one, it is all the same. And that expression of that again is control of women.
You made a great point about the origin of this coming from some perverted Christian evangelical view. Let me remind those Christian evangelicals that it was Jesus who said, it is not what you put in the body. By extension, it's not what you put on the body that makes you spiritually unclean, but it is what comes out of the body. It is your action, your behavior that makes you unclean. He said that.